everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. There ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
It finally became reality. The moment boxing fans believed they would never witness had arrived. Two different eras of the sport came together in a single room, standing directly across from each other. On one side was Floyd "Money" Mayweather, the undefeated icon, a master of flawless boxing, and the man who transformed the sport into a billion-dollar business. Opposite him stood Terence "Bud" Crawford, the dominant champion of the modern era who conquered multiple weight classes, defeated Canelo Alvarez, and established a new standard of greatness for today's generation. There were no loud promotions or imaginary superfight discussions, only undeniable intensity. Mayweather and Crawford locked eyes in a tense stare. This was far more than an ordinary face-off. It was a historic collision between boxing's past and present, with two legendary figures meeting face to face. Both understood that whatever followed this unforgettable moment had the potential to reshape the future of the sport forever.
In fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah.
To understand how everything led to this point, we need to revisit Floyd Mayweather's remarkable career. For more than a decade, he dominated the boxing world, compiling a flawless 50-0 record while defeating elite opponents such as Canelo Alvarez and Manny Pacquiao, all while becoming the biggest attraction in the sport. He stepped away from boxing at the peak of his success, leaving behind a legacy that many believed would never be equaled.
You had to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
She did.
Who got the highest gate?
What do you mean?
Who made the most money?
You.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying...
Then came Terence Crawford. Following Mayweather's retirement, he rose to become one of boxing's brightest stars. He took control of the welterweight division, defeated world champions across multiple weight classes, and steadily built an outstanding legacy. But the moment he stepped into the ring to face Canelo Alvarez, everything changed.
You know, you said something about what fighters go through, and you've seen enough guys that the game is taken from. It's a hard game to get through. Can you get a better ending than tonight? I mean, really?
Not at all. Not at all. This is the top of the top. You know, Canelo is, you know, all-time great. Like I said before, he's the last one.
He was the A side of the age.
There's no more Canelos, you know. There's no more. So, you know, when you look around, you say, I'm the Canelo. You know, I'm the face of boxing now, and I'm the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, like I always been. You know, just gotta wait.
Many believed Crawford was simply too small to deal with Canelo Alvarez, but he silenced every doubter. He didn't just earn the victory, he thoroughly outboxed and outclassed Canelo from start to finish. The stunning performance sent shockwaves through the boxing world and ignited a heated debate. Was Floyd Mayweather still the greatest fighter of this era, or had Terence Crawford now claimed that title?
Crawford had the ability to fight backwards, stay composed, good defense, hands was always up, countering everything that Canelo was throwing at him. He was just a little more active fight. Canelo did hit him to the body, but it was pretty much all Terence Crawford.
I think some of what we saw from Canelo is what he has to resort to now to fight. Maybe he's dealt with some injuries to where he's not as mobile. It's just a pattern that he's put himself in for the last, 6 to 8 fights. That same pattern is why Bivol was able to get him.
He did not allow Canelo to get inside. As soon as Canelo would get into that certain range, he would jab him. We didn't see any like lateral moves where he would throw, push off to the side, as we used to see Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo was almost smothering his shot because he couldn't stay at range with him. Terence Crawford runs off counter combinations. It would be a wider margin.
Then came the statement that ignited the entire debate. Canelo Alvarez, who had shared the ring with both Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford, publicly declared that Crawford was the superior fighter.
And lastly for me, champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. in tonight's bout with Terence Crawford, if you can?
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
The statement caught the boxing world completely off guard. Floyd Mayweather had long described many of his biggest fights as easy work, and Canelo Alvarez was often included among those victories. That made Canelo's decision to rank Terence Crawford above Mayweather even more surprising and fueled an even bigger controversy.
Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I took this dude.
When Canelo Alvarez shifted the conversation by naming Terence Crawford as the superior fighter, the narrative surrounding Floyd Mayweather began to change. The man who had long been viewed as untouchable suddenly found himself being measured against a new rival in nearly every boxing discussion. For someone whose legacy was built on being considered the greatest of all time, those comparisons became increasingly difficult to ignore. From that point on, Mayweather's attitude appeared to change. In several interviews, he began referring to unfinished business and hinted at the possibility of returning for a genuine fight. Not exhibition bouts or carefully selected opponents, but a true competitive comeback.
Any chance that you would take a professional bout in the future after Mike, or is that off the table?
It's been talks. It's possible.
Okay, so not totally against that possibility.
No, not at all. Not at all. But we just.
At the top of Mayweather's target list was Terence Crawford, the very fighter who had defeated Canelo Alvarez. For Floyd, the motivation was no longer about money. It had become a fight for his legacy, his pride, and the chance to remain in control of the story that defined his career. With everyone beginning to compare your legacy to Floyd Mayweather's, how do you think your resume stacks up against his at this stage of your career?
Making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather, how do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. There ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah. Oh, we ain't going up that much.
No.
That is exactly why this face-off carried a different feeling. When Floyd Mayweather stood across the stage from Terence Crawford, it was about far more than promoting a fight. It felt deeply personal. But before a potential showdown with Crawford can happen, Mayweather has another challenge waiting. He is scheduled to meet Mike Tyson in an exhibition bout next April, a matchup that has already generated enormous excitement throughout the boxing world.
Could have fought any fighter, any era. Who would you have picked that you would have liked to fight the most?
Floyd Mayweather.
I love it. Why?
Huh?
You want to knock him out?
Why? I would love to fight him. I wish he was my weight.
All right, interesting answer.
He's very delusional. He can't listen. If he was anywhere near that realm of great Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself. He can't take his kid to school by himself. And he's talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
Two legends from different generations. One built his legacy on unmatched skill and defensive brilliance, while the other became famous for explosive power and relentless aggression. Over the years, Mike Tyson has never hidden his opinions about Floyd Mayweather, often criticizing his confidence and taking aim at his fighting style. Tyson has even stated that if they ever shared the ring, he would enter with the intention of hurting Mayweather.
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about Floyd?
Awesome fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way, too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. You know, we're nothing to be fucking arrogant. Well, you expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like, growing up in the hood, we looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like, you was a movie star. You was a hero.
And now, he finally has the opportunity. For Mayweather, facing Mike Tyson is about far more than a payday. It represents a genuine test to prove that he can still step into the ring and compete at the elite level that once made him one of the most dominant forces in boxing.
That fans will watch for sure is you and Mike Tyson How's training going, Floyd? Talk to me all about this as you get ready to get back in that boxing ring once again.
Well, not really training right now.
Not yet.
You know, the fight is in 2026. We're still, ironing out everything, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be exciting. People in the fans.
Are you going in there to put Mike down and like, hey, this is not, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna throw a few punches, like I'm taking this seriously and I'm trying to fight Tyson?
I don't know. I just want to give the fans what they want to see, excitement. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an exciting event.
If Mayweather defeats Tyson convincingly, the narrative immediately shifts toward redemption, proving that he still possesses the skills that made him great. But if Tyson lands a devastating shot and leaves Mayweather embarrassed, everything could unravel in an instant, and any hopes of a Crawford versus Mayweather showdown would disappear. In an unexpected twist, Mike Tyson has become the final obstacle standing between Floyd Mayweather and the dream fight against Terence Crawford.
For the Mike Tyson exhibition fight.
Man, hey, like I say, Mike don't like
Appreciate
Floyd.
it, man. Mike don't what?
He don't like Floyd. He always talk bad about him.
Who the face of boxing, coach? Who the face of boxing today?
Who the face of the box?
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is, bro.
Why Crawford? Why accept such a massive risk for a fight that does little to enhance his record? Because for Terence Crawford, this is no longer just about adding another victory. It's about making history. Defeating Floyd Mayweather would accomplish something no fighter has ever achieved before, handing the undefeated legend the first professional loss of his career.
Yo, yeah, so pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that? Me. Oh, shit, okay, I'm just asking. Floyd was pound for pound before. That would have been a hard fucking fight.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
It would be a monumental victory for Crawford, instantly strengthening his place in the greatest of all time debate. But it also comes with enormous risk, because losing to a 50-year-old Floyd Mayweather could undo much of what he accomplished after his victory over Canelo Alvarez.
Going for 51-0, beat Mayweather's record was 50-0. That's something that you thought about.
I already said I was never gonna Mayweather record. That's not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was gonna retire if I didn't get this girl.
Even with all those risks, Crawford still chose Mayweather because he knows exactly what is on the line. No matter how many championships he wins or how many elite opponents he defeats, the only way to achieve true immortality in boxing is to become the first fighter to hand Floyd Mayweather a professional loss. That would be more than just adding to his legacy, it would be making history.
I do. You do? Yes. Floyd. Yes, sir. I love you, Terry. Always figures it out. Yeah, he's a chess man. Yeah, his IQ and that success is crazy. Has been the only other guy that people would say he always figures it out. You know? That's true. But you gotta have an OG somewhere. Everybody else. Yeah. There's an OG somewhere. Somebody got a pioneer, right? Yeah, there's an OG you can't out-figure out somewhere. And I just believe Floyd is that OG you can't.
Crawford had several other high-profile fights available that would have kept him busy, earned him a significant payday, and preserved his reputation without the danger of facing Mayweather. One of the biggest alternatives was Jaron "Boots" Ennis.
I just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that could be at 54, it could be at 60. Now obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much in.
Jaron "Boots" Ennis is a young, explosive, and highly talented fighter who has been calling out Crawford for years. He represents the next generation of boxing, bringing exceptional speed, sharp skills, and a dangerous style that makes him a serious threat to any opponent.
You got Boots Ennis. Your way.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented. Yeah. The eye test tells it all. He's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We never seen him tested, so till then, we just gonna keep saying, boots, till he meet that fighter that's gonna test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like
especially money-wise. Don't nobody really know Boots, but
Right.
I'm looking for bigger, better challenges like Canelo.
You're looking for that
Yeah,
big fish fry.
definitely. Them the guys I'm looking.
In fact, many respected figures in boxing, including several retired world champions, have encouraged Crawford to fight Jaron "Boots" Ennis, believing it is time to pass the torch and give the rising star the opportunity to prove himself.
Anything to talk about. We can talk about Boots. We can talk about a fight between Boots, but I'm on record for saying that fight never happens. I still don't think it ever happens. But there should be something else that we could say about Boots outside of moving up to 154 pounds.
True.
You know, so you got to get busy. We in September, we looking at one more fight this year from him.
Yeah.
And we should have got 3 fights from Boots this year.
Boots? Is it Boots' fault or is it representation?
You know, it's never the fighter's fault. It's never the fighter's fault.
In fact, many boxing professionals and retired world champions have called on Crawford to face Jaron "Boots" Ennis, arguing that the time has come to pass the torch and give the young contender the opportunity to prove himself on the biggest stage.
Consider going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight.
Nope. I ain't going down 154.
It's a difficult position with very little to gain. If Crawford defeats Jaron "Boots" Ennis, critics will argue that he simply beat a young and unproven fighter. But if he loses, the damage to his legacy could be enormous. A fight with Mayweather is completely different, because a victory would mean ending an undefeated career and making boxing history. At this stage, the motivation isn't money, it's legacy. That's exactly why Crawford is unlikely to choose the Boots Ennis fight. No, he doesn't bring anything to the table.
Don't bring nothing to the table. He got our leftovers. Why would Bud want to go backwards? I want to go backwards. Bud looking for bigger and better fights. So where he can etch his name in the concrete forever. I don't know, because I really don't look at none of the welterweights since we did clear the division out.
Another fighter who entered the conversation was Jermall Charlo. 4 months, he has been calling out Crawford, publicly campaigning for the matchup and repeatedly demanding that the fight happen.
I want all the smoke. I want smoke with Crawford. I want all the smoke. Give me the best. I'm in shape. I train. My lifestyle is on the move. Everything is great. So why the fuck would I want the best, man? What y'all talking about, dog? I don't got time to be playing with none of these people with these promotionals and all of these shit. I'm with the old school boxing. If they gave me an offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done in it. As becoming undisputed, he completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me.
But the problem is that the matchup doesn't offer much in terms of legacy. Canelo Alvarez already defeated Jermall Charlo, and Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo years earlier. So from Crawford's perspective, after already defeating Canelo, taking on Charlo would feel like a step backward. It wouldn't answer any new questions or add anything significant to his resume, which is why Crawford has little interest in pursuing that fight.